Yo, welcome back to another Reagan DeLemus video. Uh, I had like absolutely nothing to do today. So, uh, today I'm going to talk about my extroverted free will day that I had a couple of months ago. Uh, it was really fun. And, I think I want to explain what my extroverted free will day, like what happened during it. But at the end of the video, I wanna hear the introverted free will day because I was talking to some people at work and I was like, "Yo, you're introverted. What's an introverted free will day like?" And they're like, "Man, if I had a free will day, man, I'd clean my house." And I'm like, "Yo, that honestly, like, I feel that clean house is a clean mind. Uh, the organized mind by." I want to say David J. Levitin. I can't. I don't know for sure. Speaking of books. Speaking of books, I did not. I did not finish. I didn't even start reading the five love languages. Like I said, I did start reading, and it's in a stack of books that I bought semi sporadically. But I'll I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Yeah, I'll get to it. But anyway, this obviously doesn't really have a script. I have a set of events that happened, and I'm gonna go to the different locations throughout the day because I just it's just a really funny story. So basically, my friend invites me to his birthday party. Have a good time. I'll get to that later. But yeah, I might do one more take of this. See which one I like more. This is more for me. I want to see. I want to hear the sound quality too. How am I sounding? But yeah, welcome to the video. So I assume you're all wondering what a free will day is. A free will day is a day that you just dedicate to just getting out of your comfort zone and just realizing that there's no real consequence to going up to random people and just talking to them. It doesn't even have to be a full day. Like the story that I'm about to tell right now, it was over the span of 2 3 hours, maybe four, but it doesn't have to be a full day. And you know what? Doesn't even have to be planned either. Let's say that you go to a festival. You can go to the bathroom for 5 minutes and have a free will day there too. You can go into a conversation knowing that you will never see this person ever again. And the best part is, if you see that person again, it's a win-win. The feeling of never seeing this person again can be extremely freeing. And you don't have to worry about building up enough rapport to be like, yo, you wanna hang out again? Like, nah, like we're just talking to talk. We're gonna go our separate ways and we'll never see each other again. Like, not just have a good conversation, no strings attached, and just be off. I don't know how long I'll be able to, like, I don't know, record out in front of these spots. I always see those videos. They're like, you can't park here. You can't you can't record. You can't record here. So I'm gonna just say like 2 3 sentences, and I'm gonna dip. Here's the setup. Just real quick, I want to thank my friend Harrison for giving me a little bit of advice, a little critique on the gift guide that I made. He said that I just had like he said the scenery was great, but he said that I needed to focus on me as the subject, not really as the scenery as the subject, which is pretty good, pretty insightful. So with this video, I feel I'm okay with it just being like me in this little tiny set, and then just like big old backdrop, because the backdrop is actually the point that I'm trying to make. You know what I mean? The background is the reason why I'm there. So I need to show it off. So I think the thing that I'm going to do moving past this is focusing focusing on me when I need to focus on me on the shots, and focus on the background when the background needs to be focused on. So the first spot that this night started was this bowling alley back here. Got like an arcade, got a bar, bar with pool tables and all that. So super expensive. I'll just say that. I We were planning on going bowling, and then uh, ended up not happening. But I met some people. There was like obviously the birthday boy. He was there, and he had like, I want to say like 5 or 6 of his like jujitsu friends that were there, and like their girls. And I saw somebody who I hadn't seen in a really long time, and I wasn't super cool with. So we just acknowledged each other, like didn't say a single word to each other, and I thought that was great. This is not where the free will day starts. And then there was also this guy that I don't think he didn't bring his girl. He didn't bring his girl. I don't know if he has one. And he was talking to people, but he was alone. So I started talking to him, getting to know him. Running a blank on his name right now, and this is the worst part. Like I added him on Snapchat at the end of the night, and like I still talk to him to this day, but I'm running a blank on his name right now. But we played a couple rounds of pool, uh, and then afterwards, my friend Nate was the birthday boy. He was like, "Yo, we're all trying to go to like Davis for the bars," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, word." I don't think I was even. Yeah, I was still drinking. I quit drinking. Woo! 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 Okay. Anyway, uh, put a like in the put like that, like the video. I'm milking it. Anyway, so he was like, "Okay, so we're going to the bars. Are you gonna come with?" I'm like, "Yeah, I might have like a drink or two," because I wasn't really feeling like partying with these people too much, and plus I don't really like bars. Bars are my worst enemy. Bars are my worst enemy. They're just loud. Uh, they like the music's too loud. Everyone has to yell. Everyone has to yell. I don't really like yelling. You see me kind of like fighting to. I don't know if Speaking of which, I can't tell if like the car's right next to me. I didn't think about that. Dang it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check the audio, and then I'm gonna go back to the story. I'm gonna go back to the story. I'm gonna go back to the story. Yeah. UPS driver's about to run on my skateboard. Don't do it. Then she blew it. Hey, construe it. It's like, you know what I did? I'm, I'm glad I kept that going. I went, do it, do it, spin. Let me say what's up to him, dude. That was so funny. Reagan got jokes. What's up his nose? None of that coke. Love to play tennis, so I got that stroke. Ugh. Look at this UK bloke. I'm done. Is this fishing for a clip if I keep it recording? Yo, but isn't this spot weird? Like, why is there a bowling ball with antlers out here? Ugh. Yeah, but anyway, he invited me to go to the secondary location with him, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's go. I guess that was it. There wasn't too much after that. Uh, we said our goodbyes. I said I'd meet him there. This is what happens when I don't have a script, man. This is what happens when I don't have a script, bro. I'm just skating around doing absolutely nothing. I just want to show off that I started skating. Skating is fun. I've been skating for like 3 months, maybe even like 2. Nah, how long have I been skating? I got my skateboard like 2 or 3 years ago at this skate shop called Sword, SORD. And then like when I started skating, it was right before the winter. And this comes back into the story because like uh, I started skating and I was getting the hang of it, and then I fell off my board. I went like I think I hit it. I didn't hit a crack and went. I didn't go forward. I slipped and I landed on my head, and that's a no. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna take a little break from skating, and then like winter happened, and I totally forgot about it. So in summary, I got here, wished him happy birthday, wished Nate happy birthday. We played pool for a little bit. We were supposed to go bowling, didn't end up go bowling, and then he invites me to go to the bars in Davis. I'm in Vacaville right now. Don't dox me, but yeah. Next up, I'm trying to do some like not sci-fi shit, but like some transitionary work. Next up, Davis, California. Oh yeah. I gotta do that intro again. This is Reagan DeLemus TV. Welcome to the Reagan DeLemus show. Welcome in. Welcome to Reagan DeLemus, the Reagan DeLemus show. Hey, let's click this into the song here. Look. That guitar was me, so I pulled up to the spot where I had like one drink maybe. After that, bro, I got bored. I'm not gonna lie. Like I already said, I don't really like being at really loud spots. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up. Oh, also like they played Not Like Us, and then it transitioned into Party in the USA, and I just couldn't. Like my brain broke after that. I was like, listen, I gotta go. Nate, yo, happy birthday. Have a good one. He's like, all right, I'll see you later. As I'm walking out, there's this girl like right here-ish. She's talking to the security guard, and she's like, do you know where my she walks up to me, she's like, do you know where my phone is? Like, have you seen my phone anywhere? And I go, have you checked your pockets? And she looks down. I don't have any pockets. She was wearing a dress. I was just fucking with her. But the security guard goes inside, and he's looking around, but in the meantime, I'm just talking to her, keeping her company. I'm like, oh, like, what else is on it? She's like, oh, it's Powerpuff Girls. Oh, which one? I'm like, oh, which one's your favorite? She's like, my favorite is Bubbles, because I feel like I really resonate with her. Like, I feel like I cry like so much. I'm like, that's hard, or that's touching. I see myself as Blossom because I see myself as a leader. And she was like, she's like, that's crazy. I feel like I'm yapping, but I also just this is a yap channel. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all don't like hearing me yap, go watch somebody else. But after like 5 minutes, the security guard comes back, walks up to the lady. Ma'am, I wasn't able to find your phone. She's like, wait. And she goes and she has this like she has a handbag. And she pulls out her phone. It's like, I found it. I was like, I told you. That's a woman's pocket. A purse is a woman's pocket. I told you to look in your pocket and you said, I asked you if you looked in your pocket and you said no. The funniest part happens right now while I'm talking about the free will day, which, like I said, it doesn't have to be planned. It doesn't have to be an entire day. But like while I was talking about the free will day, somebody walks up and I have a 30-minute conversation with them. But like I said, just making conversation, man. I talked to him for a straight 30 minutes and he was such a he was such a funny guy, man. And he just had that like a genuine character. Like he wasn't trying to prove anything, and I was doing the same. I was just like, oh yeah, like you like sports, dude. And he's like, it's a sports bar. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? That's crazy. It's so funny. How you doing? Um, it's a beautiful day out, man. Gorgeous day out. You see the clouds and all that?
Yeah, it was kind of fluffy, kind of
Yeah. What are you doing here? It's not freezing, man. Summer is coming. What's your favorite brand of cigarette?
American Spirit, the turquoise one.
America. Hey, you know what? I like that. Oh, I had like a little. I like to call it an extroverted free will day. So basically, what happened was, I came here with like my.
Nice place.
It's a nice place. It's not really my cup of tea, Yeah, nah, because it was just that day. It was just like really loud, and like I couldn't talk to the people that they came with. No, it was just like a DJ. I didn't like it that much, so I came here. After I left here, like I just went and just did like a bunch of just random stuff, and I was like, man, you know what? Huh?
Are you a Davis guy?
I grew up in Woodland.
You did?
Yeah.
Woodpile.
Woodpile
In the house.
You're from Woodland too?
No, I'm from Richmond, California.
Oh, I mean, Richmond's nice. Richmond's Bay Area.
Know how to behave.
Yeah. I like telling people.
I graduated from high school in Vacaville, though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's where I live. That's where I live now.
You live in Vacaville?
Yeah.
Where about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you living in Vacaville?
From Woodland, living in Vacaville. Shooting a video here because I was thinking. I'm just telling them about my extroverted day.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You have like a podcast or something? Is that?
Nah, I'm starting to make YouTube videos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is gonna be my second one.
Right on.
The first one I was talking about creating the perfect gifts for your friend. I think you'd like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you good at giving gifts? Are you a good gift giver?
Funny you should ask. That's my favorite part about Christmas.
Really?
Is me buying gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same, bro. I feel the same way because, like, honestly, it's so fun. I'm just like, I know you so well.
I know you're gonna use the shit out of this.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you use it. You're gonna leave it in your pocket, and like that's why I was talking about in the video. Honestly, I'm starting to write a book about it just because I was like, man, it's like I looked up videos on, or I looked up Amazon. I was looking at books on Amazon.
Yeah.
Not a single book on how to give gifts, and that's an untapped market in my opinion. Yeah. Like look at it right now. I can't use it because my phone, but like if you don't believe me,
No, I don't believe you.
I also want you to see because it's just like really there's no books. Oh no. This is just
You're gonna have to like chop this up.
nah. You're just adding to the extroverted day that I'm having today.
When I go away, you're gonna be all.
Like this guy was crazy, dude. This guy's insane, bro. He walked up and I asked him what cigarette he liked, and he said American Spirit, the blue one.
Shut up.
Yeah. So basically, I was drinking here. I had like one, maybe two drinks tops. They were playing. It was a DJ, and they played "Not Like Us" into "Party in the USA." And I don't know if you guys know about that, but like that hurt my soul.
Not Like Us. Who is it?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, I don't know his catalog very
Yeah,
well.
it just goes. They're not like us. He performed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
He was real. That was the first.
That was fun.
Only time I've ever seen or heard of him.
Really? What type of music do you listen to?
I've been a Davis indie rock band drummer for about 30 years.
Really?
So that's kind of my
Indie rock's good.
favorite right now. I'm into female gangster rap.
Why? You're talking about Ski.
I like Megan, Megan Thee Stallion, and I like Sweetie. Yeah, she's kind of like my favorite.
There was this one guy. I graduated with him, and he every time I was in his car, he would play Icy.
Who?
It's Sweetie, but the song's Icy.
Oh yeah, Icy. Yeah, that's her.
Can't stop,
one.
won't stop, get co-op,
Yeah.
10 what? Yeah, bro. He would sing that like every single time I saw him, and like now I just know all the words because of it, or like a good portion.
Tap In is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Tap, tap, tap. I saw her on she had like a full-on band and like backup dancers and singers with her, and they did Tap In live on Saturday on that tiny little stage.
Really?
Freaking awesome. Dang.
I did end up seeing her. I saw Sweetie.
Sorry,
it was I saw her live.
Where?
Kid you not. Head in the Clouds 2021.
What was it?
Rose Bowl.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It
Was it
sick.
full?
There was about like 35,000
Yeah,
people.
that's a hard place to fill. I mean,
Yeah. Well, the thing was, it was a festival, and they had like a bunch of different stages. So it wasn't in the Rose Bowl; it was just in the area. But they're counting it as like whatever.
Like did you ever go to? You're too young. Do you remember the Heritage Festival in Sacramento at Discovery Park?
Nah.
Down there, down by the river.
You're talking about
Like a lot of
them
unhoused folks. I mean, it's like a camp.
Yeah.
But back when I was probably your age, or maybe older, probably older, they used to do.
How old do you think I am?
28.
And you said a little older?
Yeah.
I'm 22 years old. I'm turning 3.
Oh shit!
Kid you not.
Seems so mature.
Thank you.
I thought I was talking to a grown-up.
Yeah, and you said a little older though, so you were like 30, 32?
No. You just come off as mature.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
You look
Heritage,
young.
Thank you.
And that'll.
I'd look a lot younger if I had a fade right now, man. I'm not gonna lie. Looking a little raggedy.
You'll be happy when you get to be my age.
Yeah.
And all of those ladies will be all, oh, so you're 38? And you'll be like 55. That's right.
I gotta thank my barber. Hold on. I gotta thank my barber Z. I met.
Is he Davis?
He's Sacramento.
Oh. That's where I came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where I was living. Now I live.
Oh, like now.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
okay.
I live in
Okay.
just as of recent. What's your barber's name?
Z. His name's Z the Barber. If you're looking him up, I'll stop the recording. Yeah, I'll stop the recording and then I'll put you on. But I was telling him about how one of my barbers, or like the last barber that I had him since like sophomore year. He's not, bro. Every time I would schedule an appointment, he's just
Booked out.
No, he'd say like, "Oh yeah, you're good to come in," and then I walk in, and then he's like prioritizing walk-ins, and that happened like 2 or 3 times, and like the third time I just walked out. Yeah, and I was frustrated about it. He's like, "Sorry, bro, it's really busy," and I was like, "Look, man, like you said, like I was good for the reservation." He also postponed it, so like I was supposed to pull up at 11, and he was like, "Man, it's really busy right now. Can you come back at 1?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? No problem. Like, get your bag, bro.
Yeah.
Get your bag."
Not gonna get that much longer by 1 o'clock.
Yeah, right. So like I walk in, he's like, "Oh, dude, I got one more person in front of you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, bet." Like I see the person in the seat. I thought that's what he was talking about, but then he finishes the cut and the guy walks out and he pays him or whatever. And then I go to stand up, somebody else sits in the seat. I'm like, nah, I'm done. And I texted him about that, and I was like, I was really frustrated about that. And then he just never responded. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm getting a new barber.
Where is he at in San Francisco?
I'll cut it now. Whole different story.
Yeah.
He said the Davis part of Sacramento is crazy though.
Yeah.
I recorded 30 minutes of footage just talking to this guy. You're probably wondering, yo, Reagan, where's all the footage? My microphone disconnected and all of it's trashed, man. But Jimmy, if you're watching this, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I had a great conversation with you. Let's get back into it. So to fill in the end of that part of the story, I walk out with the girl, right? And she's still drunk, obviously. And she's like, yo, can I have your phone number? And I was like, nah. And then she just looked so confused. She's like, what? And like to make herself not hate herself or blame herself for the rejection by putting some type of fault in my character in her perception. Super complicated, but hear me out. I'm not going to go any further off that. But ended up just like hitting the gritty. And it wasn't even like a pretty gritty. Like I was trying to get there away from there like as soon as possible. So instead of gritties, it was just like long jumps, like long lunges, right? Just imagine you're about to jump up and go for a dunk and miss it because you're too short. And you just like, and you just like not the arm part, but just like you need to plant your feet. You need to go for a really long lunge to. I'll just redo it. Hey. All right. So after I gritted away from her, I just had this whole new burst of energy that I didn't have at the bar, and I was like, you know what? Let me use that somewhere else. That exit reminded me that I have free will. And I decided to use that for the rest of the night. All right, we're here. We're at the next spot. Okay, so after I went to the bar, after I hit the gritty on that chick, I walked around for a little bit, and about like quarter-mile away, there's this big old plaza, and I'll get a better shot of it in a second. You know, sorry, they're playing Yellow Brick Road right now by Elton John. Fire. Yeah, look at this. This is big old plaza, and about right like there, right about there. There was what is it? There was like a truck, like one of those like little carts that sold like Mexican desserts or whatever. So it was cool. Uh, and I kid you not, like I just went to the bar and I left because they were playing Not Like Us into Party in the USA, and I pull up here and somebody in the parking lot over here is just blasting Not Like Us again. It was when it just came out. I'd say like 2 weeks or something before they like killed it. I don't think they overplayed it for sure, but it's still like a over at Drake, you know what I'm saying? So uh like I walk like I walk up to the two people that are there, like this older guy and his daughter, and like I walk up to him like I just ran a freaking marathon. Like I run up, I'm like, yo, dude, have you ever heard that song before? And the guy just like shakes his head like, no, I haven't. And his daughter's like that, and I was like, it's called Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. You should really listen to it. It's a really, really good song. So I walk past him. I'm like, man, I wonder who's playing that music right now. So I walk over to him, and the song ends, and it goes straight into Ski, which is funny because I was just talking to that last guy about that. But you just started blasting Ski, and it's this girl, and the song starts going, Ski, all that, and and I'm like, oh shoot, I love this song. I love this song. And she's like, "What you know about ski?" And then it goes, and I go, "Ski." And she's like, "Hi, my name's Deja." And I'm like, "Hey, I'm Reagan. It's nice to meet you." And she was like, "I think we talked for like a little bit." Anyway, after I talked to Deja, I look at these people across the parking lot, and I'm like, yo, let me, if you'll excuse me, I need to go talk to them. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye. I'm like, bye. I walk over to them. They're just chilling in their car. They're playing music, but like obviously not as loud. Like she has her shit like all the way maxed out. Blasting Ski for all songs. Ski, I will say, Ski is a good song to play. It's a great song to mosh to. More on that on the mosh pit video. Uh, Ski, like there's something about it. Like if you're in a crowd with just like hundreds, maybe even thousands of people, y'all are just like all just like throwing your bodies at each other, just blasting ski, bro. It's just different than just in the car. Like, yeah, I'm all by myself, ski. Like it's not the same. But I walk over to those two people. I'm like, yo, how's it going? Yo, and I forget what happened, but they were like, oh, I was like, is this your car? And they're like, nah, the driver's not here right now. I'm like, oh, okay, word. Uh, I'll come back, or like I'll leave and I'll come back and I'll see if he's still here. I don't know why I felt pulled to meet this driver or something like that, but then I went to the next location, which I guess I'll walk over to the scene of the crime or whatever. But this is Davis. Right across the street, there's a Chipotle. Yeah, it's cool. Uh, I don't really like Chipotle. Oh, then I went to yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So much stuff happened. Bro, this video is not like the rest, man. It's like I walked over here. That's where the cart was, and then I went over here. I'm totally staying parked here. And then that's crazy. Somebody else is blasting music in the exact same spot. Ooh. I'm gonna Shazam this later. I talked over it and I could not Shazam it to save the life of me. Should I dance in front of him? Oh shit! Oh shoot! That was hard. That was hard. Yeah, so it was about right here. But then I went to the next spot. Hey, one thing I will say before I get to that part of the story, there's a Kava Bar. If you guys don't know what a Kava Bar is, look it up. It's just like roots, and it just like chills you out. It chills you out a lot. But I walked into this spot right here, this like Mediterranean spot, this Greek Mediterranean spot, and like I walked in, and I was like, "Yo, bro, you ever just try kava then go back on shift?" And he's like, nah, I don't do that. All right. It was right here. I can't do that. Nah, this feels weird. Oh, okay. No, I found a spot. See, they'll never even know. Check, 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 check. All right, so I pulled up to this Canes. Uh, I don't really know what time it was, but I pulled up and I was like, you know what, man, I'm on my extroverted day. You know what I'm gonna do? I walk in. I'm like, hey, let me get one cane sauce, please. And they're like, yeah, okay. It'll take about 2 to 3 minutes. Why is it gonna take 2 to 3 minutes? Why is it gonna take 2 to 3 minutes? Sorry, there were just two people outside, or an insomnia cookie, and they were just looking at me. Why is it gonna take 2 to 3 minutes to just like I see the sauce right behind them. I'll come back behind the counter and I'll do it myself, man. Like just give me some gloves. But I talked to the cashier for a bit. Oh, do you like working at Cane's? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. And it was a good conversation. Like I didn't feel like I was forcing it or anything like that. But after I got the cane sauce, I was like, all right, it was really nice talking to you. Have a great day. Have a good rest of your shift. He's like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Like as I'm walking out, I just like throw it away. I'm like, hee, extrovert day, extrovert free will day. People are coming, but it's too late. I'm done. Oh man, somebody stop me, bro. I was setting up my like tripod for all this, but I think I'm fine with this. So the next spot, we'll see how I feel about it. But the next spot is called Root of Happiness. I went into Root of Happiness, and there was this guy, and he had this like uh, Sony. Oh, he had this like nice Sony camera. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so I walked in and I just like instinctively started walking up the stairs. And they're like, sir. They called me sir, bro. They think I'm old. They're like, sir, can you not go upstairs? Upstairs is closed right now. And I'm like, and I'm dumb. I'm thinking it must be like some type of construction or something like that. I hadn't seen it, so I'm like, oh, okay, like that's what I asked. I was like, oh, is it under construction? Like, no, it's just we just close it for the later hours, and there was like nobody in there. There was no reason for it to be open. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. I completely understand. So I like jumped down 6 stairs, and she just looked at me so worried. She's like, had her eyes popped open. How you doing? So, uh, like I go and I sit down and I see the Sony guy. I see this guy with a Sony camera, and it's like an A6, A7.
I just bit right on the highway. I just bit right on the highway. Track hawking sitting in the driveway. Pull up, do 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 dump truck, baby shark, do 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 do. I pop the perk and pop the blue. I get geek like a cusky too. Say the rap, bro, we can smack out. Pull up clean in my white tee, rolling off a honeydew. Diamonds beat me straight from Lex.
And I'm like, sheesh, bro, that's looking clean, bro. I bet you got good pictures on that. And he shows me, and like, apparently he was in, it was either Fiji, Korea. I'm pretty sure it was South Korea. It was somewhere nice though. It was a nice spot. But I just heard someone say Haktua, something like that. Yeah, so he shows me pictures, and he said that he got the camera out there in, we'll say Fiji for now. We'll say Fiji for now. But he was telling me about that, and then after that, he had to go. So then I started talking about, dude, everybody and their mama here right now. My goodness. So after the guy with the Sony camera left, then I was thinking about talking to the people at the bar, but I was like, nah. Like it was a couple and they were playing Animal Crossing. I'm like, I'm good. So then I started talking to the bartender, the one that told me to. What the fuck? And then the I was talking to the bartender that told me to hop down from the stairs, and I was just looking around on the bar and I just see this the dictionary, a dictionary, like a handheld, and I'm like, "Yo, is this yours?" And she's like, "No, like people just bring that here and leave it." I'm like, "Oh, word. Do you want it?" She's like, "I know every book or I know every word's definition already. Why would I need a dictionary?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." So like I'm looking through the pages for like a good couple minutes, and I ask her like three words. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Do you know this word?" And she said she didn't know that the first word, and then I asked her the second word. She didn't know the second word, and I asked her the third word, and she didn't know it. I just handed it to her. I'm like, "Look, you obviously need this." And then I think after a little bit after that, like I hope she laughed about it, but I don't really care at the end of the day. Yeah, so after I gave her the dictionary, I stayed for a little bit longer, but then she had everybody get kicked out because it had closed. It was closing, and it closed at like I want to say 1:30. Let me check that. Hold on. Yeah, so she had everybody get kicked out because it closed at 1 in the morning. I left it. I left the bar at 11:30, and then left the Kava Bar at 1, and then I walk out. That chick, Deja, she was still here, and she was just like throwing ass. She was throwing ass on her car, blasting more ratchet music. I'm just like, I don't even want to go near any of that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So I go back to the second car, who started turning up their music to rival her music, and the driver was back. And like I'm talking to the driver. He's super chill, bro. Like he's a his name's CJ. He's a barber. Uh, but he said that he only cuts people that he's chill with, and then he gave me his card. But we just talked about random stuff for like a good 20-30 minutes, man. We're talking about like music, we're talking about religion, we're talking about all that. And I just thought like it was so cool. Like I wasn't trying to convert him or anything like that, if you were wondering. But we were just having uh, just a casual conversation, and it was really cool. Did I mention that it was really cool yet? It was really cool. So after he had to go to the liquor store to pick up some alcohol before it closed, and that means that it was around. I think we talked for about 40 minutes because it was 1, and then I left and I started talking to him, and then in California, for the people that aren't from California, you can only buy liquor until 2 o'clock. Boring. Shout out Reno for being a 24 hour. But after that, I let him go so he could go get his alk. What's going on, bro? He said, yeah. So anyway, we have a very philosophical conversation, and then we head out. I guess I can walk to the next spot. I walked back to that Mediterranean spot, and I was like, "Yo, are you sure you don't go to the kava spot and then like drink some and then go back to work and just be hella chill?" And he's like, "Yeah." Mm. I just heard somebody say fuck you, Reagan." I was like, I kid you not. I kid you not. Yeah, so now I gotta walk the G Street. I forget where G Street is. I am a little upset with myself because uh, I kept on putting this off just because I wanted to write a script. This one, I don't think I really need a script, which is good, but it would have been better if I'd done it if I'd done it sooner. But now I'm just walking around. I'm like, I think this happened. I think it was these people. I think these are the times, So in the future, I gotta decide if it's a scripted, or if it feels like a scripted video, or just like a off the dome type video. I don't think I really like off the dome type videos. I definitely like, I'm having a great time right now, but I'd prefer to have it structured so then I don't lose my spot. All right, we're almost at the spot. Alrighty. So the next part of this story is I walk up to this area. If y'all have ever been to the Vault before, it's on that same street. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there it is. I'll show it off. Yeah, so I walked up right here. You know, it's cool. It's cool. The Vault is like right there, like a vintage clothes store, skate shop type deal. It's like I walk over here, and there's a guy. I walk over here, and there's a guy like standing on a bike. There's a guy talking to the guy on the with the bike, and there's also like a third guy that's just kind of watching, I guess. Like he's he's overseeing the drunk conversation. They were both very drunk, and it seemed like the third guy had just gotten off work or something like that. So I'm talking to him. I walk up. I'm like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Reagan." Hold on, I found a spot. Let's see if this spot's legit. But anyway, I start talking to him for like a good 4 or 5 minutes while they're talking, and like in the background I could just hear this drunk guy. He's just like, dude, like he said, hold on. That's the way it was definitely it, bro. He was not there. He was very drunk. He's like, oh, here we go. Like, dude, just talk to me, bro. He's like I'll just go on walks and I'll talk to people for hours. This might be like too private of a conversation to say, but like he was just talking about how he just talked to his dad for like 5 hours the other day, and he walked like a bunch of miles or something like that. It was crazy. But you know, like that's just in the background, and I'm just getting to know this guy. I asked if he worked at this bar, and he was like, nah, I work at this other sushi spot. You ever heard of it? I'm not from Davis, but it was still cool. I told him I'd check it out and I'd see him one day, but I don't really like sushi like that. I do want to check it out and be like, yo, do you remember me from like that one day? Yo, I made a YouTube video and I'm talking about it. You should check it out. I'm like, nah. But yeah, but I'm talking to them. And then the guy on the bike drives away. And like the two of them, like I introduced myself to the new guy. And then we walk over to this group of like 5 people. So this group of 3 became a group of like 7 or 8. And I'm just like, oh, hey. And like for months, I remembered each and every one of their names. And I thought that was so cool. I was like, yeah, man, I love memorizing strangers' names and all that. But they're like, yo, like one of the girls is like, yo, I'm starving. Can we go to Cane's? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I just went there and it took me 3 minutes to get sauce, man. It took me 3 minutes to get sauce. And but everyone else seemed down, so you know, I also just invited myself into their friend group. So I was like, you know what, like I'll see where this goes. So the girl that wanted to go get food, she was like, all right, I'll race you guys. And she just like books it and goes around the corner. And then the guy that I first started talking to, the guy Caleb, shout out Caleb, he starts running, and you could see it. You could see her like running, and then he catches up, and then like I'm like, oh yeah, and then like I just like I won. My mom's a track coach. My mom was my track coach. My mom was a track star. My dad was a soccer player. Now I'm a soccer star. Hey. But anyway, I beat them to Canes. I wasn't going to go back in because I had deep-rooted anger towards the people that had served me. And, you know, as I'm running up, I see this like 6'2". Nah, he's not. Yeah, 6'2", 6'4", like light skinned dude. I don't know what race he was, but like I see this guy and I'm like, I've seen this guy before. So I run up to him. So I pull up, I'm like, yo, and I say his name. And I'm like, dude, I haven't seen you in forever, bro. How you been? Like I threw it, or like, just talking about random stuff while his brain's just trying to put the two pieces together while I'm just yapping. It's so much fun. But he was like, "Oh wait, I remember you. You were friends with da 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 da." I'll keep their name blurred out or whatever. Uh, is she still hot? And I'm like, I don't talk to her anymore. Also, she got a man, bro. He's like, oh, okay, word. Yo, bro, like, we gotta hang out sometime, bro. Like, we gotta go do like coke or something, bro. You do coke? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't do coke. He's like, oh, okay, word. Yo, but like he kept on asking me if I wanted to do coke, and like I was just catching up with him. He just kept on asking if I wanted to do coke. Uh, while the my new best friend ring was getting their canes, and that took about 10 minutes. So I'm talking to him for 10 minutes. We're catching up. And then they finally came back. They came out and they're like, okay, well, I was like, all right, man, I'll see you later, man. He's like, all right, hey, bro, let me know if you try to do coke. And I'm like, I get it, bro. I'm good. I'll hit you up though. And then we left. We walked all the way back here. I don't know if I showed off the spot. I'll show off the spot. Pulled up back here. Nice little spot. And this is where we parted ways. I want to check out Vault now that I'm here. Oh, there it is. The cool thing about Vault is there's like a little tech deck spot of the Davis skate park. Yeah, but like I parted ways with them over there, and I took the walk back over to that parking lot, that first parking lot. But with that, this doesn't look like it at all. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I know there's gonna be a new. Oh, they're talking about that. Yo, it does look like it. That's crazy. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that's really cool. Yo, they're gonna be like, suspect is 6'2". I said suspect is 6'2" because it was dark out in Davis, and I'm just like shoving my camera into the window of a closed store. Like I just didn't want to. It was just it looked a little sketchy, man. I don't know. I know I got charm, but I don't got charm like that, man. What do you sticking your phone in the window for? I'm recording a YouTube video. I'm actually a YouTuber. Oh, bet, man. Hey, how many followers do you have? 8. But I appreciate all y'all for sure. And if you guys were curious on how that skate park looks, here it is. Good old Davis, California. It's not very busy right now, but every once in a while, I'll pull up and there's some kids there. They're all super nice. They low key clown me because I don't know how to ollie, but it's all good. I'm working on it. But yeah, this is a cool spot. It's a cool spot, and they got boards and all that, and the boards are cool. Vault shop. I'm getting sidetracked, but I don't mind. But like oh wait. Oh, okay, yeah. See, I'm so lost right now. That's crazy. But anyway, uh, left here. I took the walk back over to that parking lot. Uh, I went back to the parking spot. Nobody was there. And then after that, uh, oh, I forgot. Yeah. I was going the wrong way. I was like, I don't remember walking this way. Something seems up. And that's because I went to a different bar. or some like food spot. I don't really know what it was, but they were about to close, and I see these people like outside. Hold on. I'll get to it. Here we go. Okay, so I went to this spot, Froggy's, across the way, and somebody's like crossing. Dude, somebody was drunk over there, man. It was crazy. But like, I walk over there, and like he's trying to walk across the street right here, and he's just like puts his arms on his I almost said on his shoulders. He put his hands on his knees. He looks like he's about to yak, bro, and like right down the street. I just see a cop about to pull up, and I'm like, bro, look at me. I need you to lock in, bro. You can't throw up right now, bro. If you throw up, bro, they're gonna arrest you. And I don't know if that's true. Yes, I don't know if that was gonna happen, but I convinced him not to throw up. Plus, there's a trash can. There are 2 trash cans right here, bro. He did not have to throw up here. But anyway, the cop drives away. And then like I just start talking to like 3 or 4 of them. Like one of them was from the UK, really nice guy. And I was like, oh, I bet I'm about to go to the UK right now. Where am I trying to go? He gave me a couple of spots. And then, we said after that we just said goodbye. But when I walked back from Froggy's, I went back to that parking lot to see if that guy had come back. And you know what? He did, but honestly, I just had such a good conversation with him before that I didn't really feel like ruining it by having a second conversation, if that makes sense. So what I meant by not ruining the first conversation with a second conversation, have you ever just had like great conversation? It's like I was talking about, like, I mean, I don't want to like throw Jimmy under the bus, but like, let's say I have a great conversation with Jimmy, and then afterwards, I walk back. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And then I just say some like terrible thing that's like not socially acceptable. I see a ladybug. It's that season. That's crazy. Also, my attention deficit. That's crazy. Let's say I walk up again and I just start saying like real out of pocket stuff. He's gonna be like, oh, this guy is weird. Let me not talk to him ever again. And like, I don't want that to happen too soon. So if I don't know, if I walk away and I see you again, maybe I might hide. Who knows? Can you blame me? Can you blame me? I don't know. I don't know if I'm that type of person that would just ruin a conversation like that, but I just decided to take it as a win that night. So I just kind of let it go. And then after that, I went home. But I want to say the moral of that story is go have fun, kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, let me set this down. Like, hop in my car so I could talk. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a pain to edit, but it was a really fun day. What you looking at? Oh, what? Fuck you looking at? Yeah, but I think the moral to that story is just like don't be afraid to allow yourself to get out of a cycle. You'd be surprised how much fun you'd have. You know, I wouldn't have talked to those people if I hadn't, or if I just gone straight back home. You know, if I just like put my head down and just went right back home, I would have gone back home and just been like, my roommate would have been like, how was the birthday party? And I'd be like, it was all right. I left early though. What? Why? Oh, because the energy was just kind of not something that I liked. Like I went and I did something that I liked, man. I just went and talked to people in environments that I could actually hear them and get to know them, bro. Like, so my challenge for you to end this video is to have a conscious extroverted free will day if you're extroverted, and let me know how it goes. If you're introverted, I just turn on my wipers. If you're introverted, let I wanna know what your plan of an introverted day is, and I want to see you do it too. I never know how to end these videos. That's another reason why I took a break. I thought I'd learn. But thank you for watching. I hope you have an extroverted, introverted, ambiverted day. And yeah. Thanks for watching. And you know what? One more thing. If you think this is a message to go do some malicious things, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. I did not condone that. I said, go have an extroverted day, man. Go I don't know, like go talk to some random people that you've never talked to before in your whole entire life. And just, just like strike up a conversation with them. But I'm not telling you go burn down an orphanage, bro. Like if you do that, y'all can't say like, yo, Reagan told me to go burn down a building. I'm trying to don't do that. I'm just saying this because I feel like some people would. Not to that extreme. Maybe even to that extreme, maybe even more. Don't have an evil extroverted day. Have a good person extroverted day. Have a good introverted day. The evil introverted day is like, yeah, I went and I sat inside somebody else's house. Don't do that. But be safe, be respectful when you do it, but just I don't know. Get out of your bubble and stay safe, man. I'm telling you, stay safe. Stay safe. Dookie on my shoe. Dookie on my shoe. Dookie. So, what did you notice about the story? I wasn't really giving a specific direction or, a goal that was, I was just stating facts. I was just stating events that happened throughout the night. The things that went on that night wouldn't have happened if I had parked right next to the venue. Like if I just walked right out, and I mean, like the gritty part definitely would have happened still, but then they would have just saw me leave. I mean, forget about all that, but like I just wouldn't have had, I don't know, the other 3/4 of the story. I would have just went home. I was encouraged to talk to people because I was surrounded by people the entire walk over to my car. So my mindset was, what could go wrong? it couldn't hurt to talk to some people, right? The level of difficulty to get out of your comfort zone is different for everybody. On that special night, I decided to get out of my comfort zone and I had a great time. This was a night where I decided to leave the people that I knew, go out by myself, and just talk to some randoms, some people I would never see again. It felt good, man. I love I love talking to people that I've never met in my life. Just having a good B tier conversation and just going on with my life. But that's just me personally. It could be different for you. It could be different for you. The night started with people that I knew. Did I stay with the people that I knew? No. Was it entirely the people's fault for me leaving? Absolutely not. No. The setting was at play. That was an obstacle I couldn't change, and that I hate that so much. It affected my ability to make connections with the people that I came to the bar with. And you know what? There were some other things that I didn't want to be around at at all. Like I said, I would rather have a B tier conversation with some random people than just have like 19, 20 conversations with somebody that I know, and it just feels really stagnant and it's like D and F tier. Or maybe there's 3 or 4 good conversations, but I feel like it's a lot more rare for somebody to it's really difficult for somebody to hold that high of quality with somebody that they know already. They feel like they've already had that good conversation with them and they're like, "Oh, it's just this person." Like you start losing that feeling of, "Let me get to know this person more. Let me find out more about this person," you know? That may be on me. I I feel like I get bored or I overanalyze the conversations and I'm thinking like, why are we still talking, bro? Like am I am I really that interesting? Like that's a little insecurity that I have. I'm like I feel like I don't have anything insightful or interesting or smart to say sometimes. But hey, me and my friends are still talking. I still talk to people. So that must mean something, right? Hey, yo. But I will say that the bar for me to go talk to some other people is a lot higher than other people's. It's like if this was the median, or if we're using like a little bell curve, I'd say like I'm here. If you can, I'm not doing visuals on that. If I get an editor, once I make like $100 gazillion, like I'll have an editor. But we'll just say for now, this is the median, and I'm like here out of one that's this big. I know I'm not the greatest person to throw myself out there. If it was another day, I would have just kept my head straight down and I wouldn't have talked to anybody on the way back to my car. And it was like a good half mile away. So I would have just been minding my own business. Man, I wonder what they're talking about. Man, I wish I could talk to them. And just like internalizing the fact that I can't be social when I can be. But let's look at somebody else's perspective. I'm talking about the people that have difficulty talking to the cashier, just making small talk. Or maybe those people that they always have somebody telling them to speak up and they can't hear you. Like sometimes I am that person. Having that conversation where you have the small talk with the cashier at the grocery store, or you have that conversation where nobody asks you to speak up, like that's your victory. It takes time to be comfortable talking with other people. I know that being comfortable with yourself helps a lot, but it's good to see where you are on that bell curve. And for the people that are watching this and they're like, "Oh, but there's no reason to talk to them." Make something up, man. Or lower your bar. You should lower your bar for sure. It could be as simple as wanting to hear their laugh, or just wanting to see how long it takes for them to talk about politics. Like you just see it, you can see it in somebody's eyes. You can just see it by the way that they hold their body. They're just like, man, gas is really high right now. It's bad, man. But or it could just be like, I don't know, like just see how long or what type of uh not demographic, what's the word, seeing what the ratio of your conversation. Are they talking too much? Are you talking too much? Is it 50-50? Or maybe it's even like those types of conversations where none you guys aren't really saying anything. And that's totally okay, like silence is okay in a conversation. Makes me nervous though. Sometimes I'm like, yo, does this person hate me? They don't have anything to say. Are they like holding something against me? And like that stresses me out. But silence in a conversation is totally fine. But think about the reason why you're having that conversation. What's your goal coming out of this? It can really be as simple as, let me connect with this human being. Let me see their view on life. We just talked about that when I told you to imagine someone who's socially awkward after they get a victory. You stepped in their shoes and you were able to see or you got to feel how it would feel for that victory. So to close this off, go talk to some people, go touch grass. Don't have an evil, extroverted, ambiverted, introverted day. Just sit not in somebody else's house, maybe talk to one person, or maybe, you know what, maybe if you're introverted, you could tell, just focus on telling one person this week about something that you're excited about. I know that introverts are like, they could be like book savvy or like techie, you know what I'm saying? Like they have a lot of skills that extroverts don't, because extroverts love to yap. They love to yap, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as an extrovert, I'm always curious to see what an introvert gets excited about, because that's just mind it could be mind boggling for me, I'm like, you like books and reading and like, I don't know, like I could talk to them about different genres of books and stuff like that. And even though like sometimes I will say I'm not entirely invested in what people are interested in, but I still like hearing them talk about the things that they're excited about. And this is gonna sound like not cheesy, but it just sounds bad. Like, I'm excited that they're excited, but in a not really in a like mind numbing way, more in like a, dude, like I don't even care what they say, like I just like hearing them talk, like I'm getting them to talk and stuff like that. So thank you for watching. Hope you like the video. Click like, subscribe, send this to a friend. Have a good one.
yo, I'm gonna rap while I'm going down this slope. I didn't make it, spoiler, now I'm about to mope about it. Bought diamonds, they was clouded, shouted my huzz, and then they shouted and pouted. Next thing I know, money rerouted, fly to Miami, already routed. I won't be seeing her again, maybe in my dreams or if I play pretend. Can't click send, I know the message is gonna go blue to green. You know I'll miss you, you were always on my team. Now this boy turned to a man, turn this bean to mean. No more Valentine's, now we straight to Halloween. If you here for the outro, this a Marvel ending. I appreciate the likes and views that I've been getting. Adidas my stripes with the comments I'll be checking when I get the chance. If you watched all this way through, I'm surprised. If you watched all this way, I'm barely about to die. Where am I going with this? I didn't have to make it. I didn't have to make it a movie. I could have.
Dang it, hold on. I have to redo it. I was so close. One take, Jake. Nope.
If you watched all the way through, I'm surprised. I didn't have to make it a movie. I could have brought this down to 15, 20 minutes so then it wouldn't be compromised. That's why I'm surprised. Now I'm freestyling, no script, I'm improvised. I'm about to thrive. Have a good night. Tell your mom I said hi, I'll be back tomorrow.
Tell her I like Pizza Guy's Pizza or Costco, or if she wants to make food this time, like it's okay, but I'd rather have store-bought food than the food that your mom's making, because that is not it. That is not it.
Hey yo, West Side Gun. I'm rapping just for fun, no instrumental. I haven't been to the dentist in a while, but I still get a rental. Dental, fissures and fossils. When I dunk, you know it sound colossal. I can't dunk yet, even though I'm 6'2". Shout out Denzel, yeah, shout out Seti Boo. And talk about Gold Link, I'm talking with the crew. I'm pouring that sugar and spice all over you.
I'm still talking about your mom. Have a good one.